Hello everybody, welcome to Life with Sharon. It's Sharon. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. Just a quick little follow-up on the fever stuff. It seems like nobody so far knows why I'm having these episodes that start at midnight and they go until 6 to 7:30 in the morning, depending on what time I wake up, and then they flatten out and go to normal temperatures. Pulmonologist doesn't know why. Endocrinology does not know why. My primary care does not know why. I went and spoke to the surgeon's office today after pulmonary and told them what's going on, and also that like my hands are very, very stiff and they hurt in the morning and throughout the night, and in the morning they are so swollen that I have to use ice compresses to get my rings off. And that's a more newer development in the last week with the fingers and the hands. So I will be seeing them tomorrow to kind of go over those symptoms, I suppose. Also, I noticed that, I don't know if you can see it, right here in the middle is still scabbing over 4 weeks later. I had this with the same problem. It didn't close for like 5 or 6 weeks, but it was a different stitch. And so I wanted to have the nylon stitches, which they did, and then they put the steri-strip on top of it. And so for whatever reason, I'm really slowly healing. This last surgery inflamed all of my autoimmune conditions as well. So that was a headache. It also like completely floored my my estrogen and hormones, just completely. This whole last 4 weeks has been just a constant what the hell happened to my body. The first surgery was fine as far as like physically, and it didn't affect my autoimmune conditions and any of that stuff. I was actually doing really well. And then the second one was 6 weeks later, and I think it was just too much, too fast for my body, and everything got reactivated. I did restart the Humira on Saturday, October 25th, after 14 weeks of not being on it, which is actually starting to miraculously, I don't know how it's dampening down already some of the inflammation in my body. My eyes aren't nearly as bad as they were prior to doing this. I did cry when I had to restart it because I felt like I had failed myself in trying to holistically knock this out of the gate. But then I realized that I've tried everything that I could possibly try and do, and that I did do 2 surgeries, which is a major trauma to the body. And so I decided, sometimes you just have to give in and allow science and medicine to do its job. I had a serious problem with black and white thinking. It was either like all meds, no meds, and I can do all this through diet, exercise, mindfulness, stress management, supplements, etc. And while I am still on a journey to improve my health and awareness, and for others, want to help others too, I do believe those are all correct approaches to preventing ever being on medications for some people. However, I have just had so much go wrong for so long, over 50 years almost, that my body is like, it's trying really hard, but it needs that little extra kick, that little help, right? So I'm befriending the Humira biologic because I want to let my body know that it's safe and it's okay, and that it can work together with the medication and still doing the things that I like to do, which is eating healthy, eating clean, exercising, mindfulness, frequencies, music, movement, mindfulness, relaxation, hydration, all those things. I'm still going to incorporate and continue doing in my life. But anyways, that is just my little update for what's going on this Monday. And I hope everybody is doing a fantastic and wonderful job in their own lives. And just remember, don't let other people's judgments or fear of other people's judgments keep you from doing what's right for you. I had experienced that over the weekend as well. I was fearful of, the ones closest to me being very judgmental towards that decision to go back on medication. And it turned out that they were actually a lot more supportive, and then I realized they were going to be, and understanding. And so it was kind of, those fears, right? They get in your head sometimes and they really create chaos. So I love you, and I hope y'all have a great day. I need to now run in to go do my second A1C test. It's the 3-month check for that. Since I'm pre-diabetic, I'm hoping my numbers are getting better, not worse. All right, much love. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.